Hey folks, welcome back. We're here for you again and bringing the coolest vibes of NBA for you all. Coronavirus has definitely brought a stoppage in the NBA season, just like all the other works in the world. The 2019-20 season came to a halt after Utah Jazz center Rudy Gobert was the first player to test positive for the coronavirus, with teammate Donovan Mitchell and Detroit Pistons big man Christian Wood to follow. However, let's not forget that the first 3 quarters of action brought some quality moments. To make this quarantining process easier, let's relive some of the best storylines of this fine NBA season. Let's move forward with our video and have a look at the top 10 moments from 2019-20 season that you shouldn't have missed. So, let's begin. But before we proceed further, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, do hit the subscribe button so that you won't be missing out on any future NBA content. Number 10. Zion Williamson's debut. Perhaps no player has been this hyped as a rookie since LeBron James was drafted out of high school in 2003. After watching countless highlights from a high school and a lone season at Duke, the basketball world anxiously awaited the NBA debut of Zion Williamson, but then had to wait as he nursed an injury that caused him to miss the first 44 games of the season. He got off to a slow start in his first game against the Spurs, committing several turnovers and having a difficult time finding his bearings in his first career NBA game. The fourth quarter, on the other hand, showcased exactly how good this kid can be. He dropped 17 straight points in the final frame, including 4-4 from deep, in an electrifying display of offense. The crowd atmosphere was unbelievable. He finished with 22 points in only 18 minutes while shooting 8-11. Those few minutes toward the end of the contest were incredibly exciting and entertaining. Since then, he's posted averages of 23.6 points and 6.8 rebounds in less than 30 minutes while shooting 59% from the floor and 46% from the deep. You guys should add him to the list of future superstars in the league. Number 9. OKC Come Back win. Perhaps the biggest surprise this season has been the incredible success of the Oklahoma City Thunder, especially in crunch time situations. After trading away superstars Paul George and franchise cornerstone Russell Westbrook, many people wrote the Thunder off immediately. 64 games later, and they hold the 5th seed in the incredibly competitive Western Conference, with the tiebreaker of the Houston Rockets, now led by none other than Russell Westbrook alongside former MVP James Harden. Chris Paul has revived his career as a leader and catalyst for this young squad and boasts the best clutch stats in the league. This was on full display in a comeback win that saw OKC down to 26 to the Chicago Bulls on December 16, 2019. Paul scored 30 points in an astounding performance that helped cement this squad as a real threat in the league this season. The 109-106 victory tied a franchise record for the biggest comeback win. Number 8. Remembering Kobe Bryant. The untimely passing of NBA legend Kobe Bryant was perhaps the most devastating moment in all of sports history. However, watching fans and players come together to celebrate his life and legacy was awe-inspiring. The Staples Center was coated in memorials, and murals across the globe reflected the countenance of the man we had lost. Every NBA team honored his legacy by taking either an 8-second or 24-second violation, representing the 2 jerseys he wore throughout his soon-to-be enshrined Hall of Fame career. He is the only player in NBA history to have 2 different numbers retired by the same team. The loss was particularly difficult for many players that looked up to Kobe and were mentored by him. Shortly after the news, an eruption of fantastic performances, followed by players giving their all on the court, just as Kobe was known for night after night. An otherwise horrific moment brought out the best in us all, as we did everything we could to honor the Black Mamba. Number 7. New All-Star Game format. As part of the tribute to Kobe Bryant, the NBA experimented with a new approach to the annual AllStar game. The first 3 quarters were played normally, but the team with the most points in each quarter won $100,000 towards the charity they represented. The fourth quarter took the total of these quarters and added a target score, the team in the lead's current point total plus 24. What resulted was one of the most competitive All-Star games anyone has ever seen. Team LeBron took the comeback win in a grinded-out battle that would have had Kobe smiling from ear to ear if he had been courtside. The suspense was palpable, and the competitive drive was evident on every player's face. It felt like a finals game, and it was glorious. Number 6. Vince Carter makes history. In his last season, which may have been cut short due to COVID-19, VC became the first player in NBA history to play in 4 different decades. His storied career began when he was drafted in 1998, then continued throughout the 2000s and 2010s. Stepping on the court in 2020 put him in a league of his own. From electrifying dunker to enduring veteran, Vince Carter embodies well his nickname of half man, half amazing. Keep yourself tuned in as we discover 5 more amazing moments with you all. Hope you guys are enjoying the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do it now in order to make sure that you don't miss out on any future NBA content from now on. Number 5. Rockets fall to Spurs. This was perhaps one of the most controversial games of the NBA season. The officials missed a James Harden dunk that went through the net with so much ferocity that it went back in and out, mistakenly ruling it as a missed field goal. The Spurs would swing big in the last 7 minutes of regulation, tying the game in regulation and making plays down the stretch to take home a narrow 135-133 win in double overtime. The Rockets protested the result with the league, one that the NBA rapidly denied, considering Houston had multiple chances to decide the outcome in regulation and both overtime periods. This was great comeback by the Spurs, and an expected reaction from the Rockets, who have been happy to compile cases for the league to review in the past. Most recently, they mounted a hefty document claiming they got the bad end of the whistle in a 7-game series against the Golden State Warriors in 2018, waiting until the 2019 Western Conference semifinals to bring it to light. Number 4. The Waiters Experience. Dion Waiters had a rough time with the Miami Heat this season. He appeared in as many games as he had stints of team-issued suspensions, 3. His most significant discipline, a 10-game suspension in November, followed a medical emergency on the team plane after the veteran guard reportedly overindulged in edibles containing THC. He was also dinged for another 6 games in December after reportedly posting photos while on a boat after being ruled out of action due to illness. Miami eventually dumped Waiters to the Memphis Grizzlies at the trade deadline. Number 3. Curry breaks his hand. Stephen Curry's fateful fall in Golden State's 4th game of the season made for a terrifying Halloween night. The All-NBA point guard suffered a broken left hand after falling under the weight of Aaron Baines during a collision. The injury kept Curry out until early March and paved the way for the Warriors' league-worst 15-50 record. Number 2. The Slam Dunk Contest is back. Hopes weren't all that high after Zach LaVine and Ja Morant, 2 of the NBA's most exciting dunkers, had turned down their invitation to the 2020 NBA Slam Dunk Contest. The Orlando Magic star and the Miami Heat highflyer put on a show for the ages, throwing down perfect score after perfect score until the show ended in a double dunk-off with heavy controversy. While dunk-offs are never short of drama, this was a finish not even movies could script, as Jones won 48-47 in the final dunk after the judges mixed up their scores and regretfully crowned the Heat Skywalker the champion. Gordon believed he was once again snubbed out of a dunk title after losing to LaVine in 2016, closing the door on a return. Number 1. The James Harden-Giannis Antetokounmpo beef. This jam has it all, from on-court clips to the off-court barbs. Giannis Antetokounmpo walked away with the most valuable player trophy last season in the not-so-close voting. It didn't take long for James Harden to air out his grievances, as he's done previously throughout the years. The Greek Freak didn't take kindly to it and put him on blast during the 2020 All-Star Draft, first avoiding him at all costs during the selection process, and then noting his team chose to go at him in the fourth quarter for some effective scoring. The Beard wouldn't blink, soon taking a jab at the reigning MVP for his height and physical abilities, and saying he'd rather have a skill game than one based around physical gifts. The best part of it is that this is still an ongoing back and forth. Yet if Giannis walks away with a second consecutive MVP trophy, which might just be the final nail in the coffin, for now. So, which was your favorite moment from the NBA 2019-20 season? Let us know your answers in the comments section down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you've liked it, and do hit the subscribe button so that you won't be missing out on any interesting videos from now on.